Hello and welcome to day 3 of hashtag Cuttober. I hope the last 2 days have been treating you as well as they have been treating me. I feel completely energized despite the fact that we are in a weight loss because I have a few tips that I want to teach you guys today on something that we all do all day long: snacking. And this, our meal planning and diet template, they sometimes don't really get along very well. A lot of snacks out there have a lot of sugar in them. They have a lot of processed carbohydrates and things that you really don't need. So today I just wanted to kind of go a little bit away from the training side. Today we did pull. I did pull 1, which was basically your back and your biceps. I'm going to do pull 2 here in a little bit, but I'm kind of snacking a little bit because I don't have time for a full meal. I want to do this video really quick, and then I want to get into the gym. So there's a couple ways that I do that through snacking. Instead of having a large full lunch before you go to the gym, a lot of people don't even like to go to the gym on a full stomach. I'll get something kind of light. Typically, we look at 2 different kinds of snacks. Those that are high protein and low carb, which are hard to find, and I'll show you a couple of those. And then there's the ones that are moderate protein that you can have with a high protein snack, but they also have a lot of carbs. But your carb sources, they matter. One of my high protein, low carb choices is turkey jerky, Ostrom. A lot of people will say that some of the sodium might be a little much. You just kind of have to manage it. You have to know what's in your food. Sometimes you can have a whole bunch of these, sometimes you can't. Just be aware. But that is 14 grams of protein and only 80 calories. That's fantastic. You can have 2 of these to hit your macros, or 1.5 really, and supplement with some healthy carbohydrates if needed. When we go into our low carb days, those are going to be a good thing to have around. These I picked up pretty recently. These are going to help a little bit with some of those cravings. They're mostly puffed cheese. Yeah, I know, cheese, but check it out. Check out the macronutrients on them. 14 grams of protein, 90 calories, only 3 grams of fat. No sugar, 1 carbohydrate, which sometimes you just can't get away from. But this is a really nice staple when you're craving that pizza and you don't have time to make something kind of healthy, which I'll show you later on down the road. It's a good in a pinch. Same thing with this. These are very similar, but they're mixed with some egg whites, which kind of brings down some of that fat profile. And egg whites are a very good ingestible type of protein that you can have. Another one, kind of a little bit on the pricier end, is Quest protein chips, right? Super high protein, not a whole lot of calories, only about 140 calories for 19 grams of protein. You do have a little bit of carbohydrates in there, but I think that's probably attributed a little bit to the milk that are in this. So all of these have some milk in them except for the Ostrom. So if you're lactose intolerant or you have some type of issues, you may want to look at something else that kind of supplements that. I would probably look at something a little bit more meat-based and kind of in the jerky realm and keeping those sodiums low. But you don't have to keep the sodium that low when lifting weights, because sodium sometimes acts as a cell volumizer to help your muscles contract harder and stronger. So on my carbohydrate scale, Brad may not like this, but they're called Hippies. These are actually made from organic chickpea puffs. And they're kind of like Cheetos. They're really good, I'm not going to lie. This is the Sriracha Sunshine. The calories are about 130 per serving. That's about 20 pieces. That's a large handful, maybe 2 handfuls for some. But only about 17 grams of carbohydrates. but the fiber in here is at 3 grams a serving. So that's a good indicator that it's a healthier carbohydrate, and it's a good indicator that it's going to be more of a slower processing carbohydrate. I think some of you kind of learned about the differences between brown rice and white rice, and the benefits of one over the other as far as slow carbs and fast carbs. This one's a little bit more of an indulgence, but I do enjoy them. These are MPB MyProtein Bites Cookie Bites. So they are basically, in a nutshell, cookies. They're protein cookies, but they're really good. And they're about 8 grams of protein per cookie, but you're talking about a little bit more on the carbohydrate side. So 10 carbs per cookie, a little bit of fiber in them, a little bit, only 2 grams of fat. So those are pretty good supplements. If you eat the whole pack, you may as well count it as a meal. Sorry. And that's not very satisfying because you're just basically eating whey protein. So you want to, just referring back to here, you want to get that serving of vegetables with every meal, because not only is it good for health and your micronutrient range. We talk about macros all day long, but what about micronutrients? Micronutrients, those are your vitamins and your minerals and all those kind of things that we don't really look at that DV because it's all in like thousands and thousands of milligrams or whatever, or IUs. So having that extra little bit of vegetables, which we'll talk about a little later, it not only helps you with your overall health and well-being, but it fills up your stomach. It makes you not quite as hungry, and it kind of sustains you to that next meal. So without further ado, this is the day 3 video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please post your questions and comments below, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.